Tell the pilot to take off. I know where she's going. Doctor, you have to find out what's happening to her.
Outside, isn't it, your ladyship?
Delightfully now.
Oh, you've been shopping.
A new dress for the party tonight. I thought it was about time I came out of mourning.
Yes, my lady. Would you like a nice cup of tea?
Oh, thanks.
Oh, and that journalist, Miss Morgan, is here for the interview. I'll give you a minute and then I'll show her in. Miss Morgan, your ladyship.
How nice of you to take time out of your active day to see me.
Not at all. Do sit down.
My. You always did have marvelous taste, Francesca. Oh, forgive me, your ladyship. Or do you prefer Mrs. Harrison Avery?
Surely we've known each other long enough for it not to matter. So, shall we begin?
Look at you. How do you do it? You haven't changed a bit. When did we last meet? It was 10 years ago, wasn't it, at the Academy Awards? The year Catherine won?
Yes, I suppose it was. Why don't I tell you about my charity concert?
Well, the magazine doesn't allow personal plugs, but I'll mention your charity. It just has to be tucked away in the kind of personal details that interest my readers.
Such as?
Well, how does it feel being the most famous historical biographer in England and America?
I wouldn't claim that I was.
How charmingly modest. Do you prefer living in America to England?
I love them both. Of course, England is my home. I came here for my husband's work.
What was it like being married to one of the world's most famous diplomats? Will you ever marry again?
This is not the interview we agreed on.
Well, I have to get the personal tidbits or it won't mean anything.
No, this is a mistake. I think we should stop. You're not interested in this interview. What is it you want?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do have something to tell you. Catherine Tempest is coming back to New York. She wants to see you.
I think you should leave.
You used to be so close. She only wants to be friends again with everyone.
It's too late for that now. I shan't see her.
I never thought I'd see the day when Lady Francesca lost her cool. What right have you got to get on your high horse? It was you who hurt her. You and Nick, and you can afford to be a little forgiving, you upper-class bitch.
Talking like a fishwife. I hope she hasn't upset your ladyship.
Oh, I'm sorry about the tea, Val. I think I'll go and change.
There is one thing. Catherine Tempest is coming back to New York. She wants to see you.
Need a hand, Frankie?
You can do the bow up at the back.
Ah. This is new, isn't it?
Just finished it yesterday. Why did you have to leave it so late to tell me someone was coming?
No, there's no panic. She won't be here for 2 hours, not until after the theatre.
What's she gone to?
She's not at the theatre, she's in it. She's an actress.
You've taken up with an actress?
Now, come off it, Frankie. Really want you to meet her. You weren't doing anything this evening, were you?
There was some research I wanted to finish for my book.
Gordon of Cartoon's been dead for 100 years. He can wait.
I don't think you take my writing seriously. Well, go on, make yourself useful, light a fire.
Oh.
What's her name? Anyone I would have heard of?
Catherine Tempest. She's just opened in Helen of Troy at St. James's.
Oh, the one that got such good reviews?
Wonderful reviews. She really is very special, Frankie. I know you'll love her.
You're serious about her.
I think I could be.
Go on, light a fire. Well, I'd be careful how you introduce her to Father. You know how stuffy he can be. She's not expecting to eat, is she?
In fact, yes. I asked her for supper.
Oh, Kim, how could you? Only egg.
Well, it'll just have to be omelettes,
Well,
then.
listen, I'll meet her, make her omelettes, and then I'll go to bed. I'm sure you'd prefer that anyway.
Well, the thing is, she's bringing someone else.
What's she bringing?
Well, just about the most famous actor in the world, Victor
I don't
Mason.
care who it is. There isn't enough food.
Sorry, Frankie. It was Catherine's idea to invite Victor. She's supposed to be doing some work with them. I tell you what, I'll
No,
put
you
them off.
can't. You
We can
can't do that.
another
Not at the
time.
last
Really?
minute. The hamper. Doris's hamper. The one she bought at Christmas. Yes.
I have to have something left.
I think there's some wine in it.
Right? Come
I
on.
know we have brandy butter.
God.
Oh, please let me something there. Please, 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 please. Thank you, Doris.
They love you out there, you know.
Thank you.
I mean, wherever did you learn to manipulate an audience like
From
that?
the great master himself, Terence Ogden.
Oh, no. Well, thank you.
I just wondered how long I was going to have to stand there with that dumb grin on my face.
Till the audience finish applauding, my dear.
Yes.
Catherine, the world's going to come to you, you know, and offer you everything you ever dreamed of. Oh, but remember, something I was told many years ago. One day, the gods expect you to pay. Now, can you join us for supper tonight?
Nope.
Norman!
Got a date.
Oh, every night this week. You're bringing back the day of the stage door, Johnny.
I'll be right there. Now, don't be bitchy, Terry. Come on, he's sweet. I like him.
He's also Charles Kim Cunningham. the 14th Viscount Ingleton, and one day to be the 12th Earl of Langley.
The Brits love your titles, don't you?
Oh, don't let it fool you. Titles don't always mean money, love.
It's not his money I'm after anyway.
Well, don't get your hopes up, kitten. The aristocracy may allow skeletons in their own family closets. But an American actress, my dear. No.
We'll see about that. Hi. Me? I won't be a minute. Hello, you must be Francesca.
This is Catherine.
Hi. It's awfully nice of you to invite me on such late notice.
Glad you could come. Would you like some white wine?
Yes, I'd love it. Oh, I really adore old houses. May I just... Oh, my. And to cook dinner so late is... You know, the problem with being an actress is that my social life begins when everyone else is going to bed, I'm afraid.
Must be exciting, though.
It is, thank you. Exciting to feel an audience respond. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't, but, I don't want to talk about the theater. Kim tells me that you're a writer.
Well, I'm trying.
Were you writing a book, yes?
Hemingway said, "You're not a writer until you have readers." So I can't make that claim until I'm published.
Oh, you will be, Francesca. I feel it. You will be.
Well, what do you think of her?
Seems like a very nice girl.
She said, why didn't I tell her I had such a beautiful sister?
I think you should get back to her. You can't just leave her sitting there, you know.
God, I adore you.
Kimmy, gosh. Francesca's going to be back any minute. Now, what would happen if we got caught on the couch necking the first night?
It's entirely your fault. What am I going to do with you?
Nothing at the moment. You could get me some more wine, though.
I hope this lasts until your chap gets here, if he ever does.
Why don't we try some of this while we're waiting?
Oh, I'm not that hungry just yet, but...
That looks delicious.
Thank you.
Could that be our missing guest?
Well, I'm sure it must be. I know you're going to like him.
Oh, I haven't seen any of his films. I'm going to feel so awkward.
Well, you shouldn't worry about that, because, you know, he's probably going to be happy not to have to talk about it. And since I invited him, Kimmy, maybe I should answer the door. Where the hell have you been?
Well, there's a charming welcome. Am I allowed in?
Of course you're allowed in.
A peace offering.
Give that to your hostess. She's been waiting for you for hours.
That's right, honey. Rub it in. Look, I'm really sorry. I was waiting for a call from the coast. Huh?
I'm sorry, too. Hi.
Hi.
Come on, let's go.
I'm Kim Cunningham. Delighted you could come.
So am I. I'm sorry for being late.
Oh, please don't give it another thought.
And this is Francesca.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Mason.
Well, you know, I hardly ever drink port except when I'm in England, but here it just seems right.
No, when you've been here for 6 years like I have, you'll be really mixed up.
Where in America did you come from?
Chicago. Now, we haven't settled anything about the theater. Why don't you bring your father and his fiancée to Saturday night?
That's a smashing idea, isn't it, Frank?
I'll make all the arrangements, get the tickets. Great. Okay. Victor, will you be available?
Well, I can't make it to the theater, I'm afraid, but I would love to take you all to dinner just to repay you for your hospitality.
You don't have to do that. There's an awful lot of us.
Oh, it would be my pleasure. Francesca, that's a remarkable portrait of you.
It's my great-great-great-great-grandmother. It's by Gainsborough.
Put you in your place, cowboy.
Well, she is absolutely stunning.
So, you're going to make a film here?
Oh, yes, I am.
He's not only starring in it, but he will be producing it as well.
It's my first time out as a producer, so it's going to be quite a challenge.
Can you tell us what it is, or is it a big secret?
Well, part of the challenge is that I'm going to do a remake of a great classic. Probably the greatest love story ever written. Wuthering Heights.
And you're going to play Heathcliff?
Yeah, well, that's the plan. I guess I'm hoping that there's a whole new generation out there that doesn't remember Olivier in the role.
And who's going to have the part of Catherine Earnshaw?
Well, you know, the role hasn't been cast yet, and there's a whole bunch of actresses you've heard of who want the role. But I'm hoping it's going to be this young lady sitting right next to us.
Victor.
You know, I might as well tell you now. I've set a test. Living color, the whole enchilada. So now it's up to you.
Thank you very much. Oh, my. Oh, you're not going to regret this.
You'll be marvellous in it. She's perfect, isn't she, Kim?
Indeed she is. Congratulations, darling.
No, not yet. Gotta take the test first.
Oh, it's made for you, you know it. Come on, this calls for a celebration. Victor's champagne should be chilled by now. Let's go upstairs and crack it open.
Victor, get that filthy weed out of your mouth. I'm drinking a lungful of nature's belt.
Don't tell me you've gone over to the Puritans.
You want my grandmother to disown me?
I asked about you at the hotel. They said you'd gone out jogging. I couldn't believe that. When'd you get in?
Last night. After 6 weeks cooped up in a room in Paris, I was going stir crazy. I had to get out.
Well, it's about time you got here.
Hey, did you want it fast or did you want it good?
Good. Where is it?
Back at the hotel. It's only a first draft. A little too long.
Well, what else is new?
Well, I was slaving away over a hot typewriter. What were you up to? Partying every night, I'll bet.
I've been cutting the fat out of the budget.
Speaking of which, when is Mike Lazarus coming in?
Oh, go ahead. Ruin my day.
I'm with you, old buddy. I just wish you could have found somebody else to back the picture. That guy smells trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't know where Lazarus gets his money, but he sure as hell wasn't born with it.
Nope. Comes out of nowhere, starts pouring money into pictures, and yet he backs one hit after another.
Maybe the mob. They got a nose for winners, huh?
Hey, don't even make a joke like that, Victor. If he is the mafia, I don't want to know about it.
I forgot to mention, we're supposed to have a drink with someone. Catherine Tempest.
What? Forget it.
Oh, come on. I told her you were coming. You don't want to make a liar out of me, do you?
My first day back in town, and you put me right behind the eight ball.
I can't figure out why you dislike her so much.
She's an actress, isn't she? A poisoned breed. You were dumb enough to marry one. Look how you're paying for it now.
Yeah, through the nose. Well, and considering how you feel about her, you'll be delighted to know I set up a test for her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, next week.
Well, I guess I don't object to her so much as an actress. More as a woman.
Well, what does that mean?
Just something about her, something cold. She's too good to be true, Victor.
Take a look, Nick. There isn't an eye in the house that isn't staring at her. She's got it.
Personally, I'd say the lady walking behind her has a hell of a lot more class.
Hello. Nick, well, how nice to see you. I've missed you.
That's because I'm a moving target.
Took a long time to talk her into coming to drinks with us, but she's here. This is Nicholas Latimer. Lady Francesca Cunningham.
How do you do? I've read all your books.
Well, should we go in?
Well, what's the point of my having so much if I can't share it with you? If we're going to be married, I might as well put some money into the estate now.
No, that wouldn't be right. No, I'll just have to sell off some breeding stock. Pay for this farm machinery that way.
When we're married, David, all your problems will be solved.
When I marry you, Doris, it won't be for your money. It'll be
But
in spite of it.
Morning, Doris. I think we've heard this record.
Ad nauseam, I'm afraid.
Wasn't anyone going to say anything about last night?
I thought Terence Ogden was wonderful. He's always been a favorite of mine.
Yes, I thought brilliant production. I'd recommend it to anyone.
And isn't that Victor Mason something? He's even more handsome off-screen than on.
Catherine, what did you think of Catherine?
Nay, she's a lovely young woman and a brilliant actress.
She really is charming, Kim. You seem to care a great deal about her.
I'm very fond of her, yes. I very much want you and Fod to like her, too.
Well, what do you know about her background?
Very little, I'm afraid. All I can tell you is that she's American. She comes from Chicago, and she's absolutely wonderful.
And she's all alone. She told us her parents were dead.
So she doesn't have a family. Well, look here, Kim. If you're serious about her, Well, we ought to inquire about her suitability.
To carry the Langley title, is that it?
Well, I was thinking about her as well, as a matter of fact. I mean, does she realize what she's going to be taking on marrying you? She'll have to give up being an actress, you know. I'm a country farmer's wife. Well, are you sure she'd fit in?
Yes, I think she'd fit in. I think she'd be happy anywhere with me.
Must be off. See you tonight.
With you.
Damn it, I'd rather like Catherine. I just wanted to find out a bit more about her.
Well, she comes from Chicago. I still have some connections there. There wouldn't be any objection to my making a couple of calls?
No, I don't think there would be any objection.
I'll see what I can find out. Discreetly, without mentioning why.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. You're Catherine Tempest, aren't you?
Yes. Oh, you're Estelle Morgan. You're the American journalist. You work for that magazine. Of course, you're very striking. I'd ask you to join me by
I
meeting
wouldn't
someone
dream
for
of
tea.
intruding.
We could talk for a minute.
That is so kind. You may not know this, but I write for a whole group of U.S. magazines, a kind of roving correspondent covering the beautiful people and show business as well. Miss Tempest,
Call me Captain, please.
Catherine, could I ask you, I thought you were divine in your play, but as I was watching, I thought she ought to be in pictures. Could I ask you, is there any film coming up?
I don't know. Then one never does know, do they?
The reason I ask is because I saw you the other night having dinner with Victor Mason. I know he's planning a film. Or is the relationship purely personal? You don't have to worry about me. No, I don't work for any of the scandal
I
sheets.
have absolutely nothing to worry about because there's nothing to hide, and there's certainly nothing going on between me and Victor.
No. It's Victor they're after. His wife is suing for divorce, you know. They say she is the bitch of all time. Anyway, she's giving all the juicy details of his affairs to the press, and they're picking up on it.
It's disgusting.
That's why I told you. Anyway, they would pay any amount of money for a piece on his activities in merry old England. You might warn him.
I will, thank you.
And you might tell him it was little old me that tipped him off. So if he has any any tidbits he wants to put my way, a girl needs all the friends she can get.
Boy, that's the truth, isn't it?
I am so sorry. I'm late. I was at the library. I didn't see the time.
It's all right. We've just been having the most fascinating conversation. This is Estelle Morgan, a dear friend journalist of mine, and this is Lady Francesca Cunningham.
Lady Francesca. Wow.
How do you do?
Well, I guess I'll leave you two to enjoy your tea. Very nice to have talked with you.
I hope I didn't interrupt.
Thank you for coming and rescuing me from this.
Oh, sorry. I've forgotten my bag.
Francesca, I have an idea. You can help me with it, of course.
I'll help if I can. What is it?
It's the screen test. I need a scene written for me.
Why don't you ask Nick Latimer?
Oh, he doesn't want me to get this part. He doesn't even like me.
Oh, come on. Why do you say that?
You were at the table. I don't know why, but it's a fact. So that brings me back to you.
Well, the screenplay's already written, isn't it?
Yes, but it's only a first draft, and they've pulled these pages out for me to do the test with. I know which scene I can do best, and that's not it.
Why don't you do a scene from the play you're in?
It's not right, it's not right. If I'm going to convince them that I'm Catherine Earnshaw, then that's what I should play. And you know the book so well, you're perfect for it. Oh, Francesca, please.
Please. All right.
Thank you. Francesca, I've never really had a woman friend before. And I really hope that we could be friends forever.
Me too.
Kimmy. Kim. Please don't. Kimmy, don't touch me.
What's wrong, Catherine? What's wrong?
It's just, it's late.
Look, don't keep on saying you're tired. I don't understand you, Catherine. You blow hot and cold. Somehow, whenever we get close to actually making love, you stop us. Why?
Please, Kim, don't.
It's a game you play. When we're with other people, you're adoring, flirtatious. Then, when we're alone, you freeze up like this.
Kim, my being chased with you is... It's as difficult for me as it is for you. I really wanted to wait until it could be right.
Don't you think I want it to be perfect for us too? As it should be. You want us to wait until we're married, is that it? That's right. I love you, Catherine. I want you to marry me.
Oh, I want to. I do. I love you. I do love you too.
Please, we have an autograph drink there.
Terrific. Thank you. Thank you. Just one, sorry. Okay, that's it. Bye. Sorry. Hello, Miss Tempest. Hi. Hi, Norman.
I don't know what to do. I just don't know.
What is it?
It's Terry. He's in trouble.
Well, what kind of trouble? Norman, come on. Terry's my friend. If he needs help, then I'll do something.
Well, for a start, he's been drinking. He shouldn't do it, miss. He can't stop once he
He's
starts.
insisting on going on. Is that it?
Can't talk him out of it.
I'll talk to him. Come on. Open the door, please. Norman, open the door. Unlock the door. I want to see him.
You'd better brace yourself, love. He's been stabbed.
You called a doctor?
No. A doctor would have to report it to the police. There'd be an investigation, publicity. It's not as bad as it looks. I managed to stop the bleeding.
Hi.
You stupid sod! I told you not to let anybody in.
Who did this, Terry?
Hello, pet. Fine pickle I'm in, eh?
Could be worse. Look, good night's sleep. You'll be back tomorrow, good as new. Huh?
Tonight? I'm not missing a performance, not bloody likely.
Terry, be sensible. You're not going to make it through the first act.
Come on, get me ready. Get me up, you little stinker. I'll get my own costume. I'll bloody well dress myself. Get me up!
Get yourself up, babe. What are you going to do when this happens on stage tonight? How are you going to feel? There's not going to be anyone to pick you up then either.
Well, it won't. Anyway, you wouldn't just leave me.
You know I'm right. How could you live with yourself if that happened? But you can make it some coffee, Norman. Some strong coffee. Come on. Come on, let's get up on the couch. Come on, babe, let's get back up.
I want to stay here.
Come on, it's all right. Come on.
I'm all right. Leave me. I'm all right.
Being late would seem to be a privilege of the rich and powerful. Oh, I wish you weren't doing business with Mike Lazarus.
Well, the deal's not settled.
You have a contract.
He hasn't signed it. He wants
Same again.
change.
Yes, sir.
So there's too much in my favor.
You know, it's just a pity your first time out as a producer, you have to have him breathing down your neck. But...
Hello, Mike.
What's he doing here?
What's he doing here? He's part of my company. So when did you get in?
Let's skip the small talk. We have business to settle.
Oh, that's all right. We got all day.
My time is limited. Now, how do you intend to cut the production costs?
Well, I'm working on several areas.
Terry, tell me who hurt you.
The rotten little swine. He had no reason to be such a swine.
What did you do, fight over a woman? Something like that?
Not very perceptive of you. What makes you think I go through all this for a woman?
I'm sorry. Is it that young man that drives you?
A little secret. You and I. Tell anyone. Oh, no, I mean about Rupert and me.
No, I won't. Never.
A little secret.
Promise, I promise.
Mark Pierce's director is fine. Cameraman.
Fossey Edwards.
I'll check him out. Now, about the lead. Who's down on your list to play Kathy?
I don't have a list. I've decided on Catherine Tempest.
Who?
American actress. She's been here a couple of years. She's starred in some hit plays, won awards.
Forget it. I want a name.
Oh, you should go to the theater and see Kathy.
I'm not interested.
Well, I thought you might need convincing, so
But you understood.
I've arranged a test.
The subject is closed. I will not go with an unknown. Now, about the script.
I think I'd better take a walk.
No, sit still, Nicky.
Yeah, Nick, why don't you take a walk?
If you have something to say, you can say it to his face.
Okay. The script, if you can call it that, is too heightened. It's not commercial enough.
I don't agree with you. You show me where you have problems.
With the writer. I want a new writer.
Hey, now wait a minute.
Nicholas is a rewrite. Now let's hear your notes.
Pay him off. I want someone else who isn't so poetic.
This is my project. I'm not replacing him. You want in? I call the shots.
My money is bankrolling this picture. My decisions go. We also have a deal.
The deal? You never signed it. Your contract, your money, my picture.
I'd say it was nice doing business with you, Mr. Lazarus. But it wasn't. My script. I can still see his face when you tore up that contract. Had you planned to do that all along?
Well, I was hoping we could work something out, but I had a hunch he was going to push us to the wall.
The wall, I don't mind. It's having my feet in concrete at the bottom of the river that worries me. What do we do now?
We look for money somewhere else. Hillard Steed is running Monarch Studios now. My instinct tells me to give him a call.
I agree. I've always had a lot of time for old Hilly.
Yeah, and he's absolutely straightforward. Let's change the subject, okay?
Okay. I've got a subject for you. Francesca Cunningham. Gotcha. I know that look. Come on, Victor. She's not like your other women.
Nick, you're off base.
I don't agree. Want to bet that she's as interested in you as you are in her?
Yeah, well, I don't intend to find out if you're right. She's from a whole different world.
Hello? Yes, he's here. Just a minute. Connecticut calling.
You see, even from 3,000 miles away, she knows if I'm just talking about another woman. Hello, Arlene.
Victor! Hello, darling. How's the weather over there?
You didn't call for a weather report. What's on your mind?
Well, it's about your lawyer, darling. He's becoming impossible to deal with.
My lawyer's a pussycat compared to that barracuda you hired.
Well, I think the two of them are trying to stretch this divorce out forever, just to make profit off both of us.
Off who? Look, if you want to believe it's lawyers and not you who's stretching this thing out, fine. So what do you want?
Well, I thought that maybe you'd be coming back to New York pretty soon and we could get together. I'm sure that we could settle our differences between ourselves, come to a more equitable deal on a one-to-one basis.
We tried that before. It won't work. And I'm about to start a picture, as you know. So I won't be back.
No, you won't, will you? Who are you sleeping with, Victor? What lucky little actress is screwing her way into the lead?
You let the lawyers handle it, will you? You call them. Don't call me again. There's another reason I won't get involved with Francesca. Just imagine what her and her attorneys will make out of that. Come on, let's get out of here. I need some air.
You all right?
I'm terrified.
Don't worry, he'll be great. What does Victor say?
Hasn't said a word.
Really?
Hi, how are you?
Dear God, let this be over. I don't know what I would have done without you these past few weeks.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
You know, the scene you wrote was so good. If I fail, it certainly won't be your fault.
You're not going to fail.
How's the book coming, Francesca?
Limping along.
Don't give up. You just stick at it. Good luck, Catherine.
Are we waiting for someone?
God, otherwise known as Hillard Steed, the boss of Monarch Pictures.
Afternoon, everybody. Victor, I'm sorry, Victor. The traffic out of London was lousy as usual.
Morning, Mr. Steed. No problem, Ellie. I'm just glad you're here at all.
Hi. Nick, how are you today? Good to see you. Thank you. So, what have we got, Vic? Is she any good?
Well, you tell me after you've seen this test.
Okay, let's roll it.
Screen test, Catherine Tempest, take one. Action.
Nellie, are you alone? Linton offers me devotion and position in a world to which I should belong. How could I ever marry Heathcliff? It would be degrading. Now he's been brought so low, none better than the beasts in the stable. And my whole soul cries out to Heathcliff. He shall never know how I love him. And not because he's handsome, Nellie, but because he's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. lynchings is as different as the moonbeams from lightning, as frost from fire. Time will change it, I'm well aware, as winter changes the trees. My love for Heathcliff is like the eternal rocks below. Oh God, Nellie. Nellie, I am Heathcliff.
You are so good.
Catherine, this is going to make you a star. I was the first one to see it through the camera.
Oh, the atmosphere you gave it with your lighting is fabulous.
Catherine, well
Lighting was
Catherine, excellent, excellent. Well done. I knew we would have it.
Hello,
Steve.
I'm very pleased to meet you.
Vic, you dog. You knew how good she was all along, didn't you?
I'll tell you, it wasn't easy for me to keep quiet.
Well, you sure did a good job of it.
I've seen the test over and over again, and she just gets better. So, Hilly, is it unanimous? Is Miss Tempest going to play Kathy Earnshaw?
I guess so. If we can agree on a deal.
We just have to look over every inch of Yorkshire until we find exactly the
Well, you know what?
location we're
Francesca
looking
grew
for,
up in that neighborhood. My
Really?
gosh, she knows it like the back of her hand. You should have her be your location scout.
Why not?
I couldn't Sure.
Great.
Oh, and Langley Hall is so beautiful. I've seen photographs of it.
Is it right, Francesca? I mean, for the picture?
It's perfect.
Will you show me Yorkshire as a favor to me?
Yes, of course I will.
Well, what does our illustrious writer think?
You are Kathy. I can't imagine why I hadn't realized it before.
You thought I was good.
No. Brilliant. And you did damn well that scene, too. I better watch myself or I'll be out of a job.
All right. Now, of all the actors around, who would we want to play Edgar Linton?
Well, there's only one who's dead right. Terence Ogden.
I knew you'd say that.
We might as well forget him. Everyone knows he won't touch a movie. His agent won't even discuss it.
Consider it done.
What?
He owes me.
Well, that would complete our package, huh?
It sure would.
Now that one sailed with Sir Francis Drake against the Spanish Armada and fathered 14 children. I found time to do it. I have the great stuff here.
Fancy going riding, Taft? It's a wonderful morning.
How about this one?
Ah, now that's the black sheep of the family. Member of the Hellfire Club and all that. He used to closet himself in the library downstairs and sneak away through a secret door in the bookshelf.
Really? Is it still there?
Yeah, I'll show you. It's just down here.
So this is where you were born and raised.
Show you the priest home later.
Well, it's very different from where I grew up.
Now, where was that?
Cincinnati, Ohio. In a house that was a heap smaller than this, but filled with the smell of my mother's cooking, wonderful Italian cooking with a lot of warmth and laughter.
Was yours a big family?
Mine? Oh, huge. You know, my folks are Italian.
Oh. So you were never lonely then?
No, never knew what that meant. There was always a lot of love in my family.
Well, our childhoods weren't so very different then.
Well, I can just see you, an angelic little tomboy, running around in this big castle playing hide and seek and riding on a spotted pony and flying through the air in that big swing out there. You must have been adorable.
Okay, Victor, we've got the pictures.
Oh, yeah. You got everything you need?
Yes. There's nothing left for us here now.
No, I guess not. Well, it's kind of a hard place to leave, don't you think?
just remind me exactly where this is supposed to go?
Are you satisfied, Mark?
Yeah, more than that. Langley Hall is perfect.
How was the Earl? He's a very nice chap. And he's tickled pink we want to film at the castle.
You know, if it wasn't for the Earl's daughter, we never would have found any of these other locations. By the way, Jerry, did you see Lady Francesca while you were back up there?
She'd already come back to London. Apparently she's got the flu. She's ill or something anyway. Now, Mark, if we can agree on these...
Bad?
Yeah.
Lady Francesca, how ill is she?
Ah. You've not touched a thing, your ladyship. That's not going to get you better.
I am better.
Your father said to make sure that you eat. You need to keep your strength up. Who on earth can that be?
That's the lot.
Thank you.
Good day.
Oh.
Hello. I'm a friend of Lady Francesca.
Oh.
Who is it, Val?
Flowers for you, milady.
I just wanted to find out how she is.
Oh.
Victor.
I heard you were ill.
All these flowers.
Well, just to say I'm sorry. I must have exhausted you on our scouting trip.
Oh, no. I just got caught in the rain.
Oh. Well, now, you look awful. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Oh, I was just going to have a bath. I'm fine, really.
She is not. She's not looking after herself. She's not eating.
Not eating? Well, if that's the case, we'll have to see about that. I'll be back this evening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Would you sign my book, please, Miss Tempest? Thank you. I think you're a wonderful actress.
Victor.
Hi.
Hello. Where's Val?
Gone. I sent her off to the theater. Too many cooks, you know.
Is there something I can do?
You think I'm going to let an English girl interfere with one of my creations? It takes a pazan to make a real Italian meal. Your dining room is too cold, so I set up for dinner in here. Fetch you home. Come on. Tonight, I am chef, waiter, and chief bottle washer. Pasta alla mamma.
Like a mom, Sonny.
Buon appetito, bellissima signorina.
So if Arlene doesn't love you and you don't love her, why is the divorce taking so long?
Because she's just plain difficult. She doesn't want me, but she doesn't want me to have my freedom either. So she takes out her anger and frustration the only way she knows how.
Money. Oh, that's so sad.
I've tried to be fair with her, but, you know, I'm only telling you this for a reason.
You want to be honest with me?
Well, that's part of it, but to explain that, you know, I've wanted to be with you and see you more often, but if Arlene found out that I was even remotely interested in another woman, well, she'd make good use of that information.
I see.
And I've been warned that there's a scandal sheet that's trying to get something on me, and I just wouldn't want you involved in that.
No, my father would.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, you know, that's why I've tried so hard to stay away and tried not to make it apparent that I like being with you.
I like being with you, too. Thanks for this evening, anyway. The meal was delicious.
Grazie. I don't get a chance to show my skills very often. You're looking better already.
When do you actually start shooting?
April or May. Depends on the weather. I have to start thinking about planning a quick vacation.
Vacation now?
I always take a little break to loosen up before I go to work.
Where are you going?
Gloucester's, maybe. I don't know, wherever the good skiing is.
I'm going to the south of France with Doris for a month. She's taken a villa there.
It's a great idea. Be better for you than skiing.
There are great hotels on the Riviera. And Doris could be our chaperone. It would be very respectable.
And I'd be your gentleman caller. I'd be honored to call, but I'm afraid your father wouldn't take too kindly to that. There's just too many obstacles. No, it won't work, Francesca.
Well, it's,
Good night.
Good night.
Bonjour, Louise. Ça va? Can't wait to show it to you. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Oh, Doris, it's beautiful. As soon as I saw it, I knew this was the place. Well, I've made up my mind. This place is on the market. The price they're asking is astronomical. But I couldn't bear to part with it. I bought it.
Doris, you're too much.
Whatever you do, don't tell your father. You see, I bought it for him, so that we can live here when he retires.
But he's not planning to retire.
He doesn't know he's going to. Kim can run the estate. You know he's only really happy when he's pottering around the farm. Being in charge could be the making of him.
Maybe. I don't know if Catherine would like it, though.
Why should that matter?
After their marriage, she may not want to bury herself in the country year after year.
I wouldn't care to bet on them getting married.
Why? They seem so happy together.
They look happy. But watching them, I get the funniest feeling she's playing a part. Something about it just doesn't seem quite real.
What are you doing here?
Victor, darling. Is that a proper greeting after I've flown thousands of miles?
I'm asking you what you are doing here.
Well, I came to see you, my darling. Someone had to make the effort.
Get to the point, Arlene.
Well, if you insist on being so abrupt. You keep saying that you want this divorce to be over as soon as possible. Very well. You can have it.
Yeah? And what's the catch?
There's no catch. You simply agree to me having the house in Connecticut and the apartment in New York, and you can have the house in Malibu. Oh, yes. And I get 50% of your income for the next 10 years, before tax. Champagne, darling.
You're too greedy, Arlene. People end up floating face down in the river trying to make deals like that.
I saw that film. And my lawyer seems to think that it's very fair. Of course, we could make it even more fair.
Yeah? How's that?
Well, I could come down a little. I could stay here for a while. And all you'd have to do is spend a day or two being nice to me.
You're out of luck, Arlene. I'm leaving for Closter's this afternoon. I'm out of here as soon as I pack. So you might as well take your bags over there and go on home, huh?
Don't forget to remind Gaston about the water.
Yes, Doris.
Oh, what a bore having to go to Paris.
How long will you be gone for?
They'll need me for about 4 days. It's crazy. I told them you're making a wedding dress, not building the Queen Mary.
Oh, well, I'll be able to get some work done.
I'll be back Thursday. And don't work too hard.
Yes, Doris.
Get out and meet some young people.
Yes, Doris.
Call Jean-Pierre. He's dying to take you out.
Yes, Doris. What are you doing here?
Hi.
Just decided to come.
Just decided. Why not? Everything I want is here.
And Doris is in Paris, so I'm all alone.
Well, since nobody knows I'm here. What do we do today? What else will we do today? Jessica. You're everything I'd ever want in the world. There's only one thing more I'd need. More champagne?
Finished. Sorry. What day is it today?
I don't know. Thursday?
It's Doris.
Doris who?
It's Doris.
Oh, Doris.
It's Doris. Come on, gosh, get up. Doris, she's back.
Doris is here?
She's here from Paris.
What, Doris is here?
Doris
is here.
Victor, I'm
Doris.
Victor, I am serious. Stop. Get up.
Doris is here?
Dressed.
Marvelous. I went on a spending spree. I've got a couple of goodies for you, too. Let's go on the terrace and have a drink. I'm parched.
Don't you think it would be cooler inside?
No, let's have it on the terrace.
Louise, would you bring us some drinks?
You look blooming, Jessica. Being on your own seems to agree with you. That can't be right. Oh, it's good to be back. I adore Paris, but I couldn't help envying you back here. Oh, I'm dying for that drink. Louis? Look! What? A hawk. Oh, really? You don't get many of those around here.
God, I wish it was Monday morning again.
I'll be back in 2 weeks when you start filming.
Yeah, but it won't be the same. I gotta think about work 24 hours a day.
23 and a half.
You mean more to me than I could ever tell you. I gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Camera. 161, take 2, A&B cameras.
Cut! Stop now. Check the gate, please.
Okay.
Mark? Mark?
Just keep it to yourself.
Mark,
You understand that?
was that a print?
Yeah, maybe.
What was wrong with it?
Looks straight to me. I don't know. The wind blew your hair the wrong way, and you were late on that turn again. Got a problem with that? Okay, let's eat, and I suppose we'll have to shoot it again after lunch. Marcus! Got that telephone in my trailer yet?
Lunch, everyone?
Don't worry about it.
Am I supposed to control the wind?
We'll get it perfect after
Who the hell
lunch.
does he think he is? Mark?
To have that telephone
Mark.
in my trailer. Go.
Is there anything I'm doing on this picture at all that pleases you?
Now listen, why don't you go
You
back to your
criticize
trailer, lie down. I
absolutely
think you need a
everything
rest.
I do. The hair isn't right. The costume's not right. I don't have enough makeup on. I have too much makeup on. You make me do take after take, and you never tell me why. And then you have the nerve to give me a line.
Will you give me
reading?
a break? Who's directing this picture?
I don't know. Who is directing this? Hey, guys, does anybody know who's directing this picture? Have you seen anyone directing this picture?
Hey, sweetheart, you want to direct this picture? Fine. I'll go back to sunny Southern California. Vic, I gotta talk to you.
Catherine, are you okay?
Not now, Kim, please. Stop taking those pictures.
Vic, who do you have to sleep with to get off this picture?
It'll be okay. I'll talk to her.
You're in Big T, Vic. Not only do you need another director, you need another leading lady. And when you get that phone in my trailer, I want to call my
Get me
lawyer
off
in
this
LA.
camera, please.
You know the times of playing around.
He's a pig.
Catherine,
Couldn't
relax.
direct traffic.
No big deal. These things happen. I'm proud of you. You're doing a wonderful job.
Victor, do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean that, Victor? I mean, do you really mean that? I'm trying so hard. I want this to be so good for everybody.
Come on, let's go get some coffee. Come on.
I don't see why.
What?
You have to stay at that pub and not here. I mean, it's difficult enough seeing you as it is.
Oh, I know you want to be with me, and I want to be with you, too. It's just that we have to stay together, all of us, in the same place. It works better that way.
How much longer are you going to be shooting your film for, Victor?
Oh, a few more days here, and then we go to London for the interiors. And if it all goes well, we should be finished by the end of June, huh?
I hope that means you'll be here for July, then.
Why?
Well, Dad and Doris have finally settled on a date for their wedding, so there's going to be a big party in the south of France to celebrate.
Congratulations.
Which you're invited, of course.
Thank you.
Both of you, that is.
Thank you very much.
I was hoping Catherine could spend part of the summer with us at the villa.
I don't know that that's possible. We're all going back to New York for the post-production.
Oh.
I guess we have to be going. It's getting awfully late, Victor. You know, we still haven't rehearsed that dreaded scene that the director keeps writing and rewriting.
Yeah, I suppose we should get back. Well, you know, it's going to be another long, hard day tomorrow, and we should have been in bed an hour ago. Thank you again, Doris. And you, sir.
No.
It has been a wonderful evening. Good night.
The more I see of Catherine, the more I don't trust her.
Well, maybe we're worrying unduly. After all, she's going back to America soon.
She'll be back, if I'm right about her. By the way, none of my friends in Chicago has ever heard of a Tempest family.
Maybe it's a stage name. Sounds like one.
I think it's time we had some professional help. That girl is hiding something, and I want to know what it is.
I'm sorry. This part of Langley Park isn't open to the public.
Oh, we didn't know that, did we, Gerald? Beg your pardon, ma'am. We just came in here to have a bit of a picnic.
There's a cafe in the courtyard. You could have something there.
Oh, we can't afford anything like that. Why, we've even brought our own sandwiches. Still, I suppose you better shove off anyway.
It doesn't matter just this once, but don't let the bailiff catch you.
I've missed you.
Oh, I missed you too.
Now that the picture's wrapped, we got all the time in the world together. I hate all this hole-in-the-wall stuff. Having to
doesn't
pretend
matter.
Oh, yes, it does matter. I want the whole world to know how much I love you. I can get an apartment for us in New York, near the park. You'll be able to work there, and we'll be together.
What a lovely dream.
Oh, it can come true. It can't take much longer for my divorce to come through. And I can't live another day without you.
Every minute that I'm not with you is unbearable.
You say yes, come to New York.
Can't. My father'd have a heart attack.
Or you just might accept it.
I don't think so. Not after Kim and Catherine.
Catherine, are you telling me those two are serious?
Didn't you know?
Oh,
Kim's going to marry Catherine as soon as possible.
really?
What's the matter?
I don't know. Why does everything have to be so complicated?
All you have to do is put your arms around me. Nothing else in the whole world matters.
Kim, stop it. Ow!
She's a terrific lady.
I keep remembering what it was like when just the two of us were here. It's just driving me crazy having to be polite.
Francesca's being a very good sport about it. Whenever you're with her, you act like a total stranger.
You think it's any easier on me? We're either surrounded with family or we're dodging photographers.
Jean-Pierre!
We gotta keep this a secret from
I
everyone.
don't want to play with you.
I have to protect Jessica.
Maybe you're doing too good a job of it.
Oh!
What progress with Arlene?
Look, I'd gladly give Arlene the whole shebang to be free of her. But I'm not too sure the whole shebang is what she wants.
Come on, Pandora, let's have a drink. These two, okay? Not bad. Does the same time. All right? Good luck. Thank you.
Who was it?
Catherine calling from London. I'm to apologize to Kim for her being delayed. Something about publicity interviews. She'll be here in time for the party. More's the pity.
I think I'm beginning to recognize your style, my dear. I know why you asked Pandora down here, even if nobody else does.
She and Kim have been enjoying each other, haven't they, David? In fact, everyone's having a wonderful time. Why do I have the feeling it's all going to change?
I hear Elaine's got a new American boyfriend. If I can find her up there, I'll introduce you. I'm surprised you don't know her.
Well, I know she's a collector, but the art world's just not my thing.
There she is. Hello. Hello. Then I want you to meet my friends. Oh, hello. Nick Latimer.
How do you?
And Victor Mason. who's
Hello.
our hostess.
Hello. Now I'm waiting for the seat of my friend Michael.
How do you do, Francesca Cunningham?
How are you?
My friends Nick Latimer and Victor Mason.
Well. Isn't it a small world? You do get around, Mike.
Might say the same for you. Hey, you look pretty good. Like you don't have a care in the world.
I don't.
Obviously, you haven't read the newspapers.
We're on vacation. We don't like to get depressed.
Let me be the first to depress you. I've just bought Monarch Pictures. Haven't you heard? Poor Hillard.
What do you think for Hillary?
Monarch went bankrupt.
Francesca.
No one can work out how it happened. There were several major deals that went south. So, I took over the company. I retired Hillard to Florida.
I hope you realize what you're doing. Hillard Steed is a damn good studio boss.
Don't worry, Victor, I won't pull Wuthering Heights. I admit I was tempted, but after seeing some of the dailies, I'd say you had a winner. It would be financially irresponsible of me to dump a moneymaker. Besides, I'm not a vengeful person. I wouldn't want to ruin your careers. Enjoy yourselves. Elaine's party's a legend.
I don't believe what I just heard.
I'd be willing to bet that son of a bitch knows a lot more than he's telling us.
Fancy a scotch?
Yeah, make it a double.
Hi.
Hi.
When am I going to see you alone?
Oh, soon, Cheska. I'll fix it, I promise.
I'm going crazy, too.
I'm so glad you made it in time for the party. Doris has invited enough people to repopulate Monaco.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Darling, is something wrong? I mean, you are glad to be here, aren't you?
Yes, of course I am. I just, guess I've been working so hard, I've forgotten how to have fun. But I'm here now, and we're going to have a great time, and I'm going to make up for it.
Steady.
Oh, I'm always doing that to you.
Yeah.
So glad you're here at last. Come inside. Come on. Come in.
Oh, you were kidding about this place.
Oh, well, wait till you see the view.
Well, Catherine probably wants to rest after her flight. I'll show her up.
You're so subtle.
Jim, I think I should say hello to my hostess.
It's a chance for us to be alone.
No. But you said I had to win Doris over, and I don't want to get off on a wrong foot.
David, what do you think? Should we loop them here
Dad,
or...
Doris, look who's here.
Oh. There.
Yes.
Oh, it's lovely to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Did you have a good flight?
Oh.
Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. Yes,
Sit
it was
down.
uneventful. Well, the villa is even more beautiful than Francesca was able to describe.
We like it. Well, I'd better go check the caterers.
Well, Doris, if you don't mind, I'd like to have you stay. For a minute, there's something I'd like to say. I wanted to clear the air. If I could, Kim told me that you weren't sure of me because you didn't know anything about me. Oh, he didn't have to tell me that. I was aware of it. It's my own fault, really. I don't like talking about myself that much. I suppose it's because there just isn't really anything interesting to say.
Catherine, you don't have to go on with this.
Oh, but I want to. I want you to be comfortable with me. I understand that you asked about my family in Chicago.
I was curious. I made a few calls.
It's no wonder you didn't find anything out. You see, I took the name Tempest when I became an actress, and my real name is O'Rourke. I told you there's nothing very exciting. My father was Irish, a doctor, but unfortunately he died when I was very young. They say he was a fine man, but I don't remember him very much. My mother, well, raised me, and when I was about 9 or 10, she remarried. Shortly thereafter, she died.
Kath.
My stepfather didn't particularly want to be saddled with a child, so they sent me to a foster home, and then another one and another one. But when I was 17, I won a scholarship to the Royal Academy in London, and I did very well there. I got my first job, and you know the rest.
And why didn't you tell me this before?
Kimmy, actresses always want to be mysterious, you know? I had absolutely nothing I could boast about, except that whatever I've made of myself, I've done on my own. And that's it.
You left out the bit about how hard it must have been for you.
I'm sure if your mother and father were alive today, they'd be very proud of you.
Thank you.
You ready?
Yeah, just about.
It's party time. Now, Victor, do you think I'm going to meet the girl of my dreams?
Sure, but with you, she'll still only last the weekend. Go ahead, make yourself at home. Pour me one. Oh, I wish I was looking forward to this shindig.
Well, you'll see Francesca.
Yeah, but with 2,000 other people, we'll be lucky if we get 2 minutes together.
Boy, you've got it bad.
She's the one I've been waiting for. I knew it the minute I saw her. It was the same for her. God knows. He knows I fought it.
So what's the problem?
So it's obvious, isn't it? Me getting a sweet kid like that involved in all my problems. We're from totally different worlds. She has her obligations and duties, and then we'd be living a lie maybe for years. She doesn't need that.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I've got it.
Don't you two look handsome? Are we going to a party? Aren't you going to say hello, Arlene? Did you have a nice flight, Arlene? Would you like to sit down, Arlene? Yes, thank you. I think I will. Would you like a drink, Arlene? Yes, please. Scotch, straight up.
Nick, why don't you run on ahead? I'll catch up with you.
Yes, Nicky, why don't you run on ahead?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I heard there was a big bash tonight. Royalty and all that jazz. You know how I like to mingle with the jet set. Oh, don't bother. I'll pour my own.
You didn't answer my question. Why are you here?
We're still legally married. You're still my husband. And as the proceedings have not yet begun, I thought I'd drop in and pay you a visit.
You tried the same trick in London. Why don't you just let the lawyers handle everything?
The lawyers are so dull and boring. All mortgages and loans. I thought I'd handle the spicy bits myself. No wonder you're so successful, Victor. You never take a bad picture.
This won't wash, Arlene. Catherine's starring in my movie. That's all.
And what's this one starring in? Your bed. Lady Francesca Cunningham. You're coming up in class.
Come on, play us something.
I must say, they are an extremely handsome couple.
They are.
You know, I was very touched by what Catherine told us today. It took a lot of courage.
It was very touching. It was also perhaps very clever.
What do you mean by that?
Well, after that, you couldn't possibly object to her without losing Kim.
You really think she's as devious as that?
I think she's a very curious young woman.
Look.
Oh, yes.
Doris, beautiful. Me in Paris. I'm almost afraid to wear it. It's so beautiful.
Oh, you look stunning.
Oh, Doris, I feel like Cinderella.
You do us proud, my darling. I'd like to make a toast. Before the rest of our guests arrive, I just wanted to say how happy I am that Doris has finally agreed to become my wife. And also how happy I am that you're all here to share our joy.
To the 11th Earl of Langley and his future Countess.
Thank you. Oh, Frankie, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it was an accident, Frankie.
Oh, Doris.
Oh, no.
Come inside. We'll see if we can fix it.
No. I'm sorry, Frankie. Please. Oh.
Well, that's got the worst of it out. Don't worry, we'll iron the dampness out.
Oh, Doris, I think it's ruined. I'm so sorry.
I've got an idea. Louise, you know my shawl? The Mexican thing with the fringe. Will you go and fetch it?
Oui, madame.
Everything's going to be fine. Oh, shoot your friend, Catherine. Is she always that clumsy?
Come on, Doris, she didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, come on, Victor. I used to be an actress. I remember those intimate little lunches in the trailer, discussing script problems. Although I don't ever remember you giving me a diamond bracelet.
You have a short, selective memory, Arlene. I supply you with money, you buy boxes of jewelry.
You may be able to talk your way out of Catherine Storm or whatever she calls herself. But what about the aristocratic bimbo? Her ladyship. At 11 o'clock, pick up at back gate. What tacky, Victor, really. Drive towards London. 12:30, stop for a pub lunch. 6:05, arrive at the Cunningham townhouse. 6:20, enter the third
Stop
floor.
it, will you? All right, what do you want?
I'm not selling dirty pictures. I'm not in the business of blackmail.
What do you call it, Arlene? Why are you doing this?
You hurt me.
And what will it take to cure you?
You don't understand. I don't want money. I don't want a divorce anymore. I want you, Victor.
What's that supposed to mean?
I've missed you so much.
And what about the pool boy and the yoga instructor and your lifeguard? You missed them while you were away?
They didn't mean anything. I only did that because I knew you were turning away from me.
It started long before that, when you were still my wife.
But that's the whole point. I still am. I want to be your wife, Victor.
It's too late for that. We're not getting back together. Not ever.
Well, maybe not. But I like being Mrs. Victor Mason. I plan to go on being Mrs. Victor Mason. And if I don't, the Inquirer is standing by to hear my side of the story, the poor injured wife. So you do as I want, Victor. Or when I'm through with you, your two whores won't be able to go out in public.
You look gorgeous. Now cheer up. Why aren't you dancing?
I'm okay, Doris.
Nick, where have you been?
Where is he?
He got held up. He said to say he's sorry.
I've been calling his hotel. They keep telling me his line's busy.
Oh, that must be the call he's been waiting for. It's an important studio call. I guess it's taking longer than he thought. Come on, let's dance.
Darling, you must stop worrying about Frankie's dress. You didn't mean to spoil it.
Of course I didn't mean to spoil it. I'm sick and tired of apologizing to everyone.
Hang on, Catherine.
I stumbled. I went forward. She was right in front of me. It could have happened to anyone. You know that. I'm not feeling well. I've been working too hard, that's all. But I'll tell you one thing, when this film comes out and I'm a star, and they'll give me my due respect. Carrie?
Sorry.
Oh.
Plane was delayed an hour. I had to go to the hotel and change. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. Hello, you two. Thought I'd never make it. Oh, guess who was on the plane?
Who's that?
Arlene Mason.
Oh, Victor's wife, what's she doing here?
No, looking an absolute knockout, though, I must say. I think old Victor's going to find her hard to resist. Kim, do you mind? Thanks awfully.
All right, now, where were you this morning? I looked everywhere for you. You were supposed to fly with me.
Oh, I had a bit of shopping, few things to do.
Translation. Rupert showed up. Rupert, really, Terry, when are you going to come to your senses?
Talking of senses, what are you up to?
Nothing.
Miss Tempest, is it my imagination, or are you just a little bit tipsy? Come on, tell Uncle Terry everything.
No, nothing. That's nothing. I'm not.
So what would be the point of that?
You owe her an explanation.
She knows Arlene arrived in town. What more could I say to her? That my wife showed up just in time to ruin the most important evening of the year for her? You know, I told you before, the best thing I can do for Cheska is to get out of her life. The sooner she forgets me, the better.
I didn't think you were a coward.
Okay. Maybe I deserve that. And maybe I'm even more of a coward for not walking out on Arlene last night.
That's different. You know damn well if she crashed the party, she would have humiliated you in front of everyone. You had to protect Francesca, that I understand. Please, Victor, go and see her.
I cannot do it. I have to get Arlene out of here, you understand? Maybe when we're in London I can reason with her, but not here. It doesn't work.
Hello. Hi. Can I join you?
Of course.
I've decided not to stay on here.
You're leaving? When?
Today, probably. But I haven't told Kim yet, though, so don't. Please, I'll talk to him in a little while.
What's the matter? You two had a fight?
No.
Catherine? What's the matter?
Frank, you have to tell somebody, I guess. You're my best friend. I'm pregnant.
Don't worry. Kim's dying to marry you.
It's not Kim's baby.
What?
Look, don't condemn me. I didn't mean to hurt him this way. I didn't. It just happened.
How?
Look, you don't know what it's like working on a film. You know all the fears and then the pressures. I mean, you wait for years for a chance like this. And then there's so much to lose. You just long for somebody to hold you and tell you it's going to be all right. And then you get thrown together day after day.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Sort it all out when I get back to the States.
What about the father?
He doesn't know.
But you're going to tell him, aren't you?
No.
But it's his responsibility, too.
Oh, he has enough problems of his own, and Arlene would just make his life hell if she found out.
Arlene? Victor.
Frankie, promise me you won't say anything to him. He mustn't know about this baby. I mean, I don't think it meant anything to him. It was just something that happened. Oh, please, Frankie, promise me you won't ever say anything.